Are you in a mood for some chiclet? Are you looking for an entertaining read? Are you looking for a read which is light, funny, and humorous? And finally, are you looking for a read which is inspirational but at the same time kind of entertaining too? If the answer to all these questions or any of these questions is yes, then my friends, you've come to the right video. Hey guys, I am Sankalpita and you're watching bookGeeks India, which is a channel where I make book related videos. If you like books, if you love reading, make sure you subscribe to my channel, like and share my videos, turn that notification on. And guys, please do comment because you know it that I love it when you comment. In this video, I bring to you the book review of this book, Secret Diary of an Incurable Romantic by Chitramada Mukherjee. Now, chiclet and romances are two genres which I pick up whenever I'm in mood for some entertaining but at the same time light read. So these are my go-to books whenever I'm torn between some serious reads, some serious fiction and some really bad fiction. So to lighten the mood and to get back to reading and to remind myself why I do what I do, I go back to chiclets and romances. So this was one such chiclet which was really entertaining and at the same time it was kind of inspirational too. When it comes to this book, all you can expect is a great chiclet. Now for those who are uninitiated who don't know what chiclets are, chiclet is a genre which is meant for female reader. Chiclets are basically books that connects with the inherent girliness of our female population in a way no other genre can. So you can expect a high dose of entertainment, some great humor, witty sarcasm and also a great deal of girliness in this book. As you can see, this book has a great cover. The quality of the cover and also quality of the paper is very good. In addition to that, the page margins are comfortable, but what was not so much to my liking was the font size. So had the font size been a little bigger, this book, which currently sits at 278 pages, would have been like kind of 350 pages. But barring the font size, I think everything else makes it for a comfortable read. This book is the story of this 30-year-old woman called Madhubala Ray, who's just recently widowed and she teaches social sciences at a posh Chennai school. She just recently lost her husband to a freak accident and now she lives with her mother-in-law in Chennai. Because she's still not over her grief and her mother-in-law is also not the chatty sorts, she kind of feels lonely, and to kill this grief and loneliness, she likes to dabble in alcohol. Well, she thinks that it is actually dabbling, but the truth is that she's turned an alcoholic and that is kind of worrying her. But even this tryst with alcohol is not an easy one. There are two reasons for that. Number one, she's currently running out of cash and that is because of her unpaid leaves, her piled up unpaid leaves from the school. Even though her school gave her a lot of leaves, she's still not able to go back to it and that's the reason she's running out of cash. The second reason is that her mother-in-law doesn't know. So she's actually a closet alcoholic, which is also mentioned in the subtitle here. So basically what that means, she drinks daily, but she has to hide it from her mother-in-law and that takes a lot of effort because they're just two people in a small flat in Chennai and how difficult it is to hide such things from the person whom you're living with. Now, like a breath of fresh air, there comes this guy in Madhu's life, but life has never been so easy for her. So now only time will tell how Madhu's life is going to be and what will work out for her. Secret Diary of an Incurable Romantic is actually the story of a year in Madhu's life, her current hopeless life, her loveless life, and all her adventures and misadventures in a city that both loves and tests her. Coming to the author's writing style. So Chitramada Mukherjee has a writing style that turns, seemingly mundane situations, seemingly ordinary day-to-day, daily situations into something very comical, very humorous. It takes this serious situation like widowhood and loss of a loved one, and on this topic, she writes a book which is actually a very entertaining, light, and even funny read. If this does not speak about her writing skills, I don't know what else will. Further, her language is simple and easy and hence this can actually be read by just anybody. People who are just getting into English and people who are a regular reader. Chitramada also writes her humor with a pinch of salt. So there's just the right kind of sarcasm in her writing and I think that's brilliant as well. Another thing which I absolutely loved is the amalgamation of Bengali and Tamil cultures. So these two cultures are very much present in this book because the protagonist Madhu is actually a Bengali who's living in Chennai. So the interaction of these two cultures is actually something that gave this book a distinct flavor and I absolutely loved it. Finally, guys, I think it'll be a waste of energy and time for me to say anything further because, as you must have already understood, I was absolutely enthralled by the author's writing style and I'm seriously looking forward to her next read. Now, there are a lot of characters in this book. So there's Madhu, there is her mother-in-law, there is her parents, her colleagues, her many love interests. So all these characters give a distinct flavor to the book. Each of them brings a different kind of peculiarity, a different kind of experience. This creates a kind of enriching environment because each one has a perspective to share, an experience to share. Now, when you read this book, I think you would probably feel this too, that there were certain characters that were given a lot more importance, a lot more space and time than some other characters who were really good, but somehow they were just shoved into the background. So I don't know why that happened, but that was something which I did not like. So there were certain characters I was seriously rooting for and they just did not come in the book so frequent, so often. So yeah, that is one thing which I did not like. Coming to the climax of the book, so I would say this like I say about almost every other book nowadays. So the climax was predictable because I don't know why authors are writing so predictable climaxes. Because it's a chiclet, I kind of understand where the author is coming from. Because when it comes to a chiclet, there is only like so much surprise elements you can put into the climax without actually trashing the book. But leaving all that apart, the climax was predictable, but it kind of gave a befitting end to the story. So yes, I had this content and satisfying feeling of having read a decent read. And in the hindsight, if I really think, I don't think I would have wanted the climax to be any other way. So yeah, it works. Coming to what I did not like in this book, so there's this character of Madhu, the main character, the protagonist. Now sometimes she behaves in highly irrational and naive ways. She does the same mistakes again and she repeats them and she doesn't learn from them. So that is kind of cringeworthy, like that kind of pisses the reader off. Second thing which I did not like about this book is that I think towards the middle the book gets a little repetitive. So the same scenes, the same situations are playing on loop again and again and again. I think if the author could have cut down that portion, the book would have been awesome read. It is an awesome read right now as well, but that was a little unnecessary, I believe. Now, things that I absolutely loved in this book. The first is that the romance in this book is not the cheesy or the mushy kinds. It's the kind of understated romance that is actually more practical and realistic. Further, I also liked how the protagonist of this book is not a college or office goer like the usual books that are being written today. So this is a different kind of personality and different kind of situation and different kind of romance that we get to read in this book. Even though the book is a light read, there are so many lessons that can be learned from it. So it will give inspiration to those people who come looking for it, and it will also be kind of enriching to others who read it. So how a newly married and recently widowed woman learns to cope up with her loss and learns to live, learns to start hoping again. How a Bengali who comes from an entirely different culture slowly and gradually starts loving a city which is very much alien to her, assimilating herself into this very different culture, and what were her experiences as a North Indian in South India. Further, office politics is real, it happens also in schools. So how tough it is to be a teacher and a good one at that. How a 70-year-old woman teaches us how to live and love. How parents can never stop loving their children and never stop caring for them. So these are just some of the experiences, some of the life lessons that you get to take away from this book, and that's simply awesome. Finally, guys, it all boils down to the entertainment quotient. So when it comes to the entertainment quotient, there's no dearth of that in this book, Secret Diary of an Incurable Romantic. This book has every right ingredient and in the right mix to make it an entertaining read. So it is witty, it is humorous, it has this sort of understated sarcasm, it has comic situations, it has light humor, the perfect kind of romance, and a lot more for you to look forward to. I have 5 reasons to tell you why to pick this book up. Pick this book up if you are a female reader who loves her chiclets and does it unapologetically. Pick this book up if you're looking for a light romance or a light and easy read. Pick this book up if you're looking for an entertaining read. Pick this book up if you want to know about an experience of a North Indian in South India and also the experience of a teacher, life of a teacher, and how difficult it is to be a teacher in this generation. And finally, pick this book up if you enjoy light humor with just a right dose of sarcasm. Skip this book if you are a male reader video because I don't think this book will appeal to male population. This is a chiclet, and I don't think chiclet is the kind of genre that males read. So yes, unless you're a chiclet lover, then I would suggest, stay away from this book. Also skip this book if you don't like light romances, light humor, and easy reads. So that's it from me in this video, guys. This was the book review of Secret Diary of an Incurable Romantic by Chitrangada Mukherjee. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit that like. Also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And don't forget to recommend this book to your friends and family if you think they enjoy chiclets. It'll be a fantastic read for you and your family and friends as well. And finally, guys, don't forget to comment down below about your favorite chiclets. Which are the books that you would recommend to chiclet lovers? Let me know and let my viewers know in the comments down below. So that's it from me in this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, and until the next video, which will be pretty soon. Bye!